time to break down some football.
We got to get our mind right. Touchdown, win.
From the perspective of guys who played in the NFL.
Touchdown!
And a guy who had one really great sack in high school.
Oh, you're so weak. You're a waste of my time.
Greg Camarillo and Marcus McNeil are the pros. And Skraby is the Joe.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Two pros and a Joe starts right now.
Wow, everything got really silent, guys. Like, all I said was, here we go. Here we go. You guys just like, shut up.
It went from business to like, oh shit, it's about to pop off right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do. Because usually I just slyly start the recording and then I pick a spot to start with. But I guess I was authoritative. I just went, here we go. And then you guys were like, oh, God, I shouldn't speak. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. How are you guys doing? It's been a while. It's been 3 weeks, which is, it seems like it was just yesterday we podcast. But what's up, guys? It's good to see you both. Good to hear you both.
Man, I'm good, man. I'm and let me say I'm okay because.
Oh, what's wrong?
Because LeBron didn't make the playoffs.
No, man. Wasn't even close.
Yeah, like this season was abysmal. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen a season like this that I had to watch with LeBron James. So I'm a little bit hurt now that my dog ain't in the playoffs. So it's not football season and I can't watch LeBron in the playoffs. It's getting to like bad times right now because baseball only is on the horizon, you know?
That's where my head's been buried. But I can tell you one thing that LeBron could have done to make the playoffs, which would probably play out the season instead of just sit there.
He gave up, man, because they suck. He knew. He did.
He said he had an injury. He said he had an injury.
It's like this team's not good enough to win a championship. And so he was just like, fuck it. I'm tired of working hard and losing. So he just gave up. He wants to wait. He wants to make it long enough to play with his son. He playing the long game.
I just hate that they going like, they already love to talk shit. He's so easy to talk shit about, right? And people just love to throw trash on his name. And it's like shit like this just adds fuel to the fire. So I love it when he wins because then they're like, what the fuck can you say? He's winning. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, Steph don't want to play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like what we going to do, man?
Yeah, Steph does not want to play with you because you know what? This is going to be hot take central, but you know why Steph doesn't want to play with us? Because LeBron sucks the energy out of every teammate that he has.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. No.
I mean, have you seen, what? I'm sorry?
That's aggressive.
It's crazy.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I thought you said that's racist, and I was like, "What did I say? Did I say anything?"
That usually comes in about 10 minutes into the podcast, not minute 2.
Yeah, not minute 2, but yeah, I mean, LeBron and Russell Westbrook this season did not work out. Anthony Davis did not work out. Anthony Davis was like an incredible basketball player until he went to the Lakers for whatever reason.
He's feeble. He breaks. He needs to eat some more meat and drink some milk. But LeBron got Anthony Davis a championship. LeBron has gotten every one of his teammates almost a championship. That's giving you life. I don't care what you demand of me. You give me a ring. Bill Belichick does the same shit, demands the hell out of everyone, and it pays off.
That's all, man. Like he came there to be great, man. He came there to be great. They didn't add up, and now it's like that's the worst place to do it at. You can't do that in LA, right? We know the LA teams. The Lakers probably got the toughest franchise to play for because it's championship or bust up there, you know. So, and then you got LeBron. So it was tough. So I'm glad you gave me a chance, Skrabe, and that's why we had this podcast so that, you know, sometimes I can decompress. You know?
Oh, yeah, please do. Anytime.
Side note, go watch that Winning Time on HBO about Magic Johnson and Jerry Buss starting the Lakers, like really getting them rolling. That shit is awesome.
Oh, man. They got that. It's a great cast, too. That shit is fun. I only seen like half of one episode. I came in the middle of it, but it looks good. It looks good.
I didn't actually hear this audio for myself, but I guess they were talking about the future coach of the Lakers because they fired Frank Vogel, and they were saying they want a championship winning coach here in the Los Angeles Lakers land. And many people thought Did you realize that Frank Vogel won you a championship? Man, that's cold. That's cold. The guy wins a championship and he can't even get credit for it.
He gets that bubble asterisk, man. It's technically a championship.
No.
Yeah,
I get it. There's some people with the asterisk, but LeBron, the only reason Lakers won is because LeBron had like 3 months to rest. I mean, he's an unstoppable player when he gets 3 months to rest in the middle of a season.
But so
and number two,
else.
the bubble was tough.
I mean, the dude won a championship. Is it questionable? Absolutely. But it's at the end of the day, it's still a championship.
Yeah, well, the Lakers forgot all about that. So
well, they had the best team that year. I'm not, y'all gonna make me just go. I can go 30 minutes about this shit because, like, first of all, he had the best team that year. They switched the shit up. The only thing they didn't have to do was get rid of Howard and McGee and keep the team extra big. Like, they switched the game around from this small ball to like, oh shit, it's nothing but 7-footers in the paint. What the fuck can we do? Oh, and they got LeBron. That year they had all those guys, like they had the right pieces, and then they switched all them shits around, tried to come back, and the shit didn't work, man. Keep Magic Johnson, keep the Lakers alive, man. LeBron forever, LeBron for president. God, that's it. That's all I got to say.
Magic came out and was talking shit about LeBron the other day. He was on Get Up or something on ESPN, and he was saying, well, if LeBron didn't bring in Russell Westbrook, we would have Alex Caruso still on the team. We would still have KCP on the team. And I'm like, whoa, Magic, you're like calling out LeBron? I thought you like stepped down from the Lakers, and I don't understand why Magic was so angry.
I didn't feel like that was, I honestly felt like if Magic was still there, that like maybe he could have saw, like, instead of Westbrook, let's bring in Derazan. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's in Chicago right now balling. You feel me? Like,
DeRozan. Yeah.
DeRozan.
It's the French version.
My bad. I got an old teammate.
I was like, damn, I really don't know enough about the NBA. I'm like, who is this guy?
Man,
I call him Derazan. I got an old teammate named Derazan. So that's his name. Shit, his mama's name.
I love it.
We'll call him Derazan.
On that note, this is Two Pros and a Joe. Two Pros and a Derazan.
We're three Joes right now talking about the NBA. The pros title gets stripped.
That's true. The NBA, like, last thing on the NBA, but the NBA, I realized over the last couple of years, is an incredibly physical sport, and you don't really realize it until you actually watch and talk to people who play basketball. But I wouldn't want to be boxing out Dennis Rodman. That would be something I wouldn't want to do. So
not Dennis Rodman.
No, not the worm. Two Pros and a Joe. We are back. Thanks to everyone who has been watching videos on the YouTube channel. Thanks to everyone who's been downloading the podcast. And we just wanted to make a podcast, say hello to everyone, and talk about some of the most recent news. We have some sad news. We have the Dwayne Haskins news we'll get to. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll also talk about Tom Brady. He's like an evil. He's a Sith. He's a Sith because all the time there's these news stories about how Tom Brady wants to take over another team, and there was allegations that he was going to become a Dolphin. Oh, Greg, do you have any inside?
No, but the Belichick conspiracy theory attached to that is amazing. Can't wait to talk about it.
Okay. All right. And then we'll talk about Derek Carr getting pizzade. We'll see where else we go. So see where else we'll go. But I guess we'll just start with that Tom Brady Dolphins backdoor trade, all that good stuff right there. But Tom Brady, apparently that he was linked to the Dolphins in this way. They think that the conspiracy theory is that Tom Brady retired so that he could take a step back from the Buccaneers because the Buccaneers still own his rights. And then he was going to become a front office executive with the Miami Dolphins. And then when he was there and still retired, he'd be like, you know what? I think I could still play. So then he would come back. The Dolphins, since he's an executive and wants to play for his own team and has a part of the team, then they're going to have to, the Bucs are going to be forced to trade Tom Brady to the Dolphins. And that's the whole thing. That's the conspiracy theory. It all fell apart, but that's the conspiracy theory.
And Sean Payton would come be the coach.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Sorry.
Of that relationship they've got there. So I don't even think it's conspiracy level. I think that is like reported as this was happening. Now, the conspiracy that I love, it may be 0% true, but just roll with me here.
I'm rolling.
You know Belichick is always playing chess when everybody else playing checkers. He gets word of this. Tom's going to go to Miami and be in my division?
Oh, yeah.
And beat me? Oh, let me text Brian Flores and fuck this whole thing up.
God damn.
What? I've never thought about that.
Tell him he's got the job when he doesn't have the job, knowing that's going to unleash a shitstorm of racist chatter. Tom won't go to Miami. I can still run the AFC East without Tom Brady. Love that conspiracy. I thought it was brilliant. And I could see Belichick doing that. Like, oh, I got this, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm going to break this up.
If Bill Belichick really did like that, that's like some Ocean's 14 shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you thought about this shit, Bill. Like,
yeah.
I really got like to see Tom like in a Miami, to see all the different moving pieces going around right there. I think it was like good talk around the pool, but I never saw it happening though. Like can you really just like go to another team and then they force you to trade because you're an executive? What about that contract you just had? Like, ain't no way they're gonna let you out of that shit.
It's Tom.
That's Tom. You know what?
They changed the entire rules of football so you don't hurt Tom.
That is very true. That is very true.
The fact that they might as well have like a crosswalk guard for the quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying?
Traffic cones around them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let the kids get across the street first before you come sack the quarterback. Like, that's where the NFL's going right now.
That's where it's at.
I got it. All players have to wear a shock collar. When they get within the range of Tom Brady, it shocks them and they back up. Yeah, I think that's actually what's going to happen. But that would be a pretty crazy move. I don't know why Tom was so in love with the Miami Dolphins, but he has no real...
Stephen Ross, the owner of the Miami Dolphins,
Michigan, I know.
Guy. Tom Brady's a Michigan guy. Stephen Ross already has both Serena and Venus Williams, Gloria Estefan, all kind of celebrities. So it aligns.
Mm-hmm.
Tom's also white, so that makes sense for Stephen Ross. Yes, Stephen Ross was all in once he realized Tom Brady was white.
We made it to minute 12 before we got to the racism.
Hey, where did you get the Bill Belichick conspiracy theory?
That was
you
today's best tweet. It wasn't my idea. I would love to own that. Okay. It wasn't my idea.
Okay. Somebody did some thinking on that one.
That was brilliant.
Damn.
Well, Tom's back with the Bucks and Bruce Arians stepped down. I can't remember. I don't think we talked about that in our last episode because it was before this whole thing. But Tom is back with the Bucks, and he forced his coach to go into the front office. Now, I took a lot of heat on the radio because I was really pumped up that I said I called it. Bruce Arians is going to retire. He's going to ditch the Bucks. And I kind of did, but I kind of didn't because Tom is still part of the picture. I thought Bruce Arians was going to leave because he didn't have Tom anymore. Because he kept saying, oh, you know what? I really think Blaine Gabbert is going to be the guy who can lead us to a Super Bowl this year. And I'm like, you can't even say that with a straight face. But it is what it is. Tom's back and he's playing, and that's what's going to happen. But I do love that conspiracy theory, Greg. That was a good one.
Brilliant.
How do you feel about Tom being back? Are you like happy, Skrabe? I know like you and Tom have a love-hate relationship.
I've grown a lot in the last 3 weeks. And I would have to say that I was pretty angry at the time. I don't really like people who declare things and then go back on it like 3 weeks later, like Tom Brady did. And all he had to say was, you know what? I'm just going to take some time. Long story short, no, I'm not mad at Tom Brady anymore. And it's just whatever. It is what it is. Tom Brady's going to be in the league.
As much as of a Tom Brady hater I am, I'm excited to see more of Tom Brady. Because I like watching greatness. He's amazing. I cheer against him every week, and I lose every week. but I like watching greatness.
I mean, at some point, his age is going to catch up with him. I mean, he cannot keep playing at this level forever.
Unreal,
and
man.
we all
It's amazing.
think it's going to happen at some point. Like I keep saying, coming into the year fantasy football draft, I'm not going to draft Tom Brady because he's going to fall off this year. And then he throws for the most yards in football.
He's got to get hurt at some point. Like he's going to take a shot to a knee, and then he's going to fall off.
No,
but I've said that for the last 5 years.
No way. Only thing is about it is like as long as they keep on changing the rules every year, they'll find a way to keep Tom in the game. Like
Shot
we said, shot collars. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be a Tom Brady 7-on-7 rule. Like no defensive lineman on third down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Tom's the only one that gets 11-on-7. His team has a full roster, and he's protected the entire time. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Chris Godwin, he signed with the Bucs for a couple-year deal, I believe. And then Mike Evans is all excited about that as well. Leonard Fournette re-signed. So, the Bucs are going to still have their guys. Speaking of someone who's making a lot of money, and that would be Raiders quarterback Derek Carr. He got an extension today. And thank you, Derek, for waiting for us to podcast. We said Wednesday was the day because you know that there's going to be some news that breaks tomorrow morning, and it's going to be massive news. But we'll be content with the Derek Carr news and the 3-year contract extension worth $121.5 million. And so he's going to be tied to the team through 2025. And I mean, you got to think about the AFC West. Think about the quarterbacks and the contracts and the duels we're about to see coming up here in the 2022 season.
Russ, Patrick, Justin, and Derek. And when I can name them all by their first names only, and you know who we're talking about, that's some good quarterbacks.
Bro, I'm not a big Derek Carr fan.
I can see it.
So you know what?
I'm not a big Derek Carr fan.
He's the worst quarterback in the division.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out like how he became. I guess it's just because he's in the division that he's a part of that talk. Like if you put Derek Carr somewhere else, would you even be paying?
I think he threw for
he has good
over
stats.
4,500 yards last year.
He has good stats.
Don't Matt Ryan me.
That's true. That's true. That's a great comparison, actually. All of a sudden, you look up, Matt Ryan's got 450 yards, but they're losing by 30.
Is Derek Carr a top 10 quarterback?
I don't think so. Let's go down the list. Well, you got.
I'm going to go down the list.
Just put Tom in there. I'm already to 4.
I'll go down the list of the top 10 by passing yards last season. So Tom Brady threw for 5,300 yards, which is ridiculous.
Why you don't want him on your fantasy team?
I think name 10.
Trust me, I know.
Let's name 10. We can get there. All right. So let's go to division. Russ, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and then let's throw in Tom Brady, who we've already talked about. Josh Allen is a better quarterback. Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Deshaun
so that's
Watson.
6 already or 7?
Lamar Jackson. Would you take him? What's your boy, Kyler Murray?
Kyler, yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Would you take? Yeah, I think you'd have to take Kyler over. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Sorry.
Aaron Rodgers. That's 7.
What about Dak?
No. Oh, no. Shit.
What about Kirk Cousins?
No. Stop it.
Wow. That was a reaction. I loved every second of it.
You got Matt. You got
Matt Stafford. Yeah, Matt Stafford. You pretty much named everyone. Matt Ryan's in the top 12, but
he might be right there at 10.
Yeah.
And you have to pay him. You have no choice. You're not going to throw him away to go try to find better. You got to pay the man, give him his $40 million, and let's roll.
I think he's a winner of his circumstance right now. Like he's a winner of his circumstance. Like he is nowhere you're going to find. He's right there in that space where he has great stats. You know what I'm saying? Took his team to the playoffs the year before. You gave him another weapon. It's like you kind of got to pay the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You also don't pay Devontae Adams and then go searching for a quarterback.
That's
You
true.
roll with it.
Very true. And Devontae Adams came back for him too. So I guess they're tying those two together.
That was like a couples thing, wasn't it? It's like kind of
Yes, it was. It was. They were like, I'll go if you go. And so Derek said, okay, I'm going to stay. And Devontae said, okay, peace out, Aaron, because Aaron, you are taking $50 million and I have no money to be made on this team.
Why do you got to make them sound like that, Scrape? Okay, I go, you go, come on.
Did I make them sound like that? I guess I did.
Scrapes explains contract negotiation.
I'm sure shit sounded a little cooler than that. Like, hey, dog, what's up, bro? You gonna come out here? You know what I'm saying? You make them sound like they fucking.
Yes, I'll go if you go, Devontae.
What's up, Tay? What's up, Tay? Well, Derek Carr does wear mascara, so I'm not saying anything, but whatever.
Where did you get this from? Shots fired.
You've never seen that before? You never seen that before? His whole he did like a fake country album cover, and he looks like he's wearing mascara. I gotta pull this up for you guys.
Like, is it goth like the?
Kind of a little bit. I gotta find this because it's amazing, and then we'll have to tweet it. I can't find it right now, but I will because it is really funny.
I feel like Derek Carr staying in the AFC West actually helps us as the Chargers out a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we didn't need any more firepower. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep him in there. He's a middle of the road quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's decent, but we can deal with him. Like now, let's just pay attention to Russ. We could pay attention to Patrick, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, we can worry about winning the division. But like, I know you got to pay the man, but I just wasn't excited. And I just got a little less excited after the picture.
It's the what do they call it? The Canadian tuxedo?
What is
I have no
this?
idea. But he's wearing a jacket, a jean jacket, a denim jacket with jeans on, and it's a white t-shirt, and he's sitting on the hood of a car, and he is looking very fierce.
I mean, that's a great description. That's an outstanding description. I mean, he's getting his model on.
He's got
makeup on. He's got his left knee. He's got his left knee in the air, and he's got his right leg straight.
Where do you see the mascara at, though?
He's definitely got something on his eyes. But I mean, that's
you see this corner. You see this corner right here.
You show up to a photo shoot and you just let them do you.
Yeah. He's giving me Jack Sparrow vibes right now.
I mean, it's
but Jack Sparrow can pull off mascara. So I think Derek Carr pulls it off too. I think he does.
It wasn't the. That's the tough one.
Wait,
he's just not the sexiest guy in the world. I don't have any particular problems with the picture.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh my goodness. I found some more pictures of Derek Carr that you guys need to take a look at real quick.
All right.
Because look at this.
Video. It is a music video.
Look at this. It is a music video. Look at that.
Can I get a snap? Just give me 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Let me just get it.
Oh wow! We need the audio. It's a commercial.
This is
educational. Oh wow!
This is happening.
This is
happening.
How has this not made it to social media?
How did I see the AB video and I didn't see this? Oh my god!
He's got
it's a parody.
First of all, it better be.
It's amazing.
It is.
Oh, it's a parody. Okay.
Yeah,
they're trying
to be. He just gained more respect in my world.
Okay. Because if this was serious.
No, it's a parody. Thank God.
Listen to his voice.
Hey, this reminds me. Remember LT had that commercial that he had the dance in or some shit? Or he was rapping in or something back in the day?
Oh, Derek, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I respect Derek Carr more after watching that.
What did I get? A 1.79 interest rate after that video?
You gotta get something good after watching that full video. Jeez.
ECU. I don't know what it means, but I'll Google it after watching that.
Oh, it's like employment, educational employment credit union or something, something boring like that. Michael Irvin said that, I guess if we're going to talk quarterbacks, we'll stick with Michael Irvin, but he said that he doesn't know that he could have left Troy Aikman back in the day, like Tyreek did with Patrick Mahomes and also Devontae with Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know. I've never played in the NFL, so I don't know how hard it would be to leave someone to go somewhere else. I mean, Tyreek seems like he's willing to take the money and try to make the best of it. And Devontae Adams wants to go play with his former teammate in Vegas instead of Green Bay.
I heard about the White House that the Cowboys used to have back in the day.
Oh, yes.
The mythical White House.
The cocaine house.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't going nowhere. He wasn't going.
He was staying in the White House. Thank you.
Hey, no, it was a great time. It was a great time at the White House. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see him leaving Troy Aikman unless Troy Aikman was going to lead the Cowboys, and that wasn't going to happen. You know. Hey, speaking of quarterback switching up, right? Have y'all seen the Baker Mayfield talking about, you know what I'm saying, he feels disrespected and thinking about going to Seattle.
Oh, Baker.
I saw it on Pro Football Talk today.
You are disrespected.
And I was like, could you imagine Baker Mayfield and DK Metcalf on the same team? I could imagine how that shit will end up burning down in 10 different ways.
Skraby will tell us how it goes. It starts 10 different ways. Oh, hey, DK.
No,
so
it would start that way,
buddy.
It would start that way, but once Baker starts missing some throws, DK is going to do his thing, and he's gonna pop off on the sideline and Baker does not have the cachet that Russell Wilson does, so DK is going to own that.
If you get mad at Russ as your quarterback, what are you going to do when Baker's throwing you the right? Well, hold on. With what's the quarterback's name from Denver that's in Seattle now?
Oh, Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. What the fuck is DK going to do with Drew Lock throwing him the ball? Oh,
there's no way that they can go into the season with Drew Lock as their starting quarterback, or else they're packing it up. You're saying that we're not going to compete this year.
100%.
But if you bring Baker Mayfield in, you just finished watching Baker go through a situation like this with OBJ, you know what I'm saying, where he couldn't get on the same page with his star wide receiver who had an opinion, you know, and it just kind of crumbled that team. And it wasn't OBJ, because OBJ went to LA and balled the fuck out.
Jimmy G in Seattle?
See, but why would they ever trade Jimmy G in division?
To get rid of him?
Get rid of him. I think that Jimmy G is going to be staying put in San Francisco. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with him.
You know what? The only reason why they keep Jimmy G in division is because of the insight he will have for your division rival. You knowing the 49ers in and out going to Seattle, you know what I'm saying, is a benefit for Seattle.
But why would the 49ers trade him to Seattle knowing that he knows everything about the 49ers?
Yeah, I'm just saying why it would work for Seattle. It doesn't make any sense for the 49ers to trade him now.
You know, I did see that video of Baker. Number one, it was really funny because his dog was on the couch next to him, and his dog was on its back with its feet in the air sleeping, just trying to get some sleep. It was really funny. I'm going to put all this stuff that I'm referencing right now on twoprosandjoe.com on this episode page, and I will put the videos I referenced up there. But I kind of feel bad for Baker. I don't know why. I'm usually I'm a hater for guys like Baker.
Great.
Yeah. No. But I feel like Baker played injured last year, and Tony Gwynn Jr. says this on the show all the time. Baker played injured last year, and all it got him was poor play and a bunch of people that hated him. And so it doesn't make it seem worth it for an athlete to play injured anymore, because because why? Because I get what Tony's saying.
Can't play. Then you become Anthony Davis. I'd rather.
But what if you're actually not? But what if you're actually injured and you're playing worse, but you're trying to suck it up for your team?
Everyone in the NFL.
Yeah, like a torn labrum. That's pretty bad for a quarterback, right?
Everyone on the non-thrown shoulder is injured. You have to play. You have no choice. Yeah. Get your ass out there and play. And give me the best you got. And
I guarantee
it's not that good.
I guarantee you, if America felt the way an NFL player felt on a Monday after a game,
retired
are in the hospital, guaranteed. One of the two. They're either retiring or that Monday they're sitting in the doctor's office like, hey doc, I don't know what happened to this hip, but this shit is like, this shit don't really work like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. And I guess in theory, this is where the whole 2 pros and a Joe thing comes in. That I've never played a professional game of football, but it makes it in theory, it makes it work because, you know, Baker plays hurt. I'm a fan of the Browns. Baker sucks. And then OBJ leaves because Baker sucks. I'm pissed at Baker now because he sucks. And it just always comes back to Baker sucking. And Baker's out there with a sling to keep his arm in socket as he's playing football. And I get it. You guys are right. All of you play injured. Most likely the offensive lineman. And then what, Greg? I can't say wide receivers. Sorry.
Jimmy G is a prime example. This dude had like the ligament pop off his bone in his thumb on his throwing hand. He taped that shit up, got after it. Could he throw perfectly? No, but he handled business.
Make a fantastic point there. You make a fantastic point.
That's my case study for today.
I really feel like the culture of the NFL and like not in the NFL, just professional sports in general is getting away from, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, my leg, I got a torn ACL or I got a busted leg. Like I'm still going to go out there and fight for the team. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like the culture of sports is more internal or isolated to just like, what can I get for myself during this time? Or how much money can I make, you know what I'm saying, for my career to take care of my family? You know what I'm saying? So as it separates from team oriented to like self, you know what I'm saying, accolades and what you can do for me, like I think you're going to see guys opting out from playing injured because they know that, hey, if I'm injured and I can't play no more, one, my stats are going to go down. I'm going to look bad on the field. It's going to cause me to make less money. And then my career is going to be short because I'm out here playing football, you know what I'm saying, and messing my shit up even worse. So I don't know what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. I'm still going to watch football, though, regardless.
And we're still going to make fun of you, whether you play poorly or not, but you got to play one way or another.
The eye in the sky does not lie.
Boom.
Yes, that is very true. My high school coaches made sure I knew about it. We got one more topic before we head out, and it's kind of like I'm going to bring it in like this because it's a serious topic. Dwayne Haskins passed away over the weekend at the age of 24, and there's a whole Adam Schefter aspect to this. There's also this. There's also, I want to come in with this because Dan Campbell, our favorite kneecap cannibal, he is, I'm trying to lighten the mood a little bit, but he said the other day that they had a player when he was with Miami, actually, and the guy reeked of alcohol. Maybe you know him, Greg. I don't know. Dan Campbell, were you ever around with him in Miami?
Yeah, he was in Miami when I was there.
Okay, so he said we were in Miami. We had a guy who reeked like alcohol, but he was...
I immediately know who he's talking about.
Okay, I'm not asking you to say the name because he didn't say the name or anything like that. He said the guy's still playing. The guy's still playing, actually.
Don't know him then. Never mind.
Okay, so
apparently a lot of guys reek of alcohol.
It's probably a Friday.
See, this is wild to me because as a recovering alcoholic, like it's wild to me. I always thought being an athlete, you wouldn't drink like the night before.
Some guys function better. Or are they just so used to that being their level of function that they work out better drunk? But like Marcus said, a Friday or a Saturday, you come in there to the steam room and try to sweat it all out. Practice.
Yeah. Cause I mean, it's like Saturday, Skraby is only a walkthrough. So like that Friday night is a night that you can actually kind of go out, chill, let your hair down. Cause you ain't really got to do nothing but come walk through. You don't have to lift no weights. You know, make sure you know your plays and the game plan. And that's it. Right?
And Miami dudes would come in and get an IV in the morning too.
IV.
Back to life. Yeah.
That is a thing. Well, okay. So he says that they worked out this guy or whatever. He's joining the team. He smelled like alcohol, but he said, man, this guy was really good at football. So we looked the other way on the alcohol. And as long as he was performing on the field and he wasn't messing up too bad off the field, we're going to keep him on the field. And I say that to say this about Dwayne Haskins is like, I guess, let me backtrack. I guess what I'm trying to say is the player that Dan Campbell's talking about, in my eyes, as a very professional drunk. I guess I can call myself that, a professional drunk. You're just enabling that guy, and I know that doesn't sound right to you guys, maybe, but here's my thoughts on the enabling. You're telling this guy it's okay if you go drink, and as long as you perform. Okay, you're performing, you're drinking. Now the performance starts to go down, but the drinking is still there or going up, and the team has conditioned him to keep drinking and keep playing. But now that it's turning bad for him, the team's kind of like turning their back on him, and that's where the downfall and the crash happens, is right there. And so I feel like it's a little bit of an enablement, but at the same time, I know it's never going to stop. Ever.
Go ahead.
Wow.
So
Scrapes, it's a lot to cover right there.
That was heavy. It was heavy. It was heavy.
Yeah.
Marcus, it was heavy.
The NFL is about the NFL is about winning. It's not about taking care of people. Yes, there are some coaches, there are some organizations that do take care of people. But first is about winning and making money. If you can help me win and you can help me make money, but you're drunk all the time, I don't care. Can you help me win? Now, the problem that I have is if dude's life goes down to the shitter and they turn their back on him. That's just being a bad human. But if I'm a coach and you're a beast on the field and you're drunk, maybe you keep drinking until the end of the season because I need you to perform.
That's so bad, Greg. That's so bad. But it's life. It's life.
The dude's going to drink either way. I mean, I guess you could offer help.
Then that player has to go take some rehab time, and then they're not playing for you anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like we got to think about it, right? Like, now is he coming in every day dead drunk? You know what I'm saying?
He said he smelled like alcohol all the time.
Like
this is what
every day?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, he didn't say anything specific about timelines.
I mean, if I'm like leaving the facility and like my boy passed out in the car, you know what I'm saying? Because he's
that's a problem. That's a problem.
Then I'm gonna step in right there and be like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
shit's rough.
Yeah, like get out the car. Come on.
Well, maybe he just had 6 beers last night.
You know what I'm saying? 6 beers ain't gonna get you there now.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, like a Stone Cold. I had a beer. Then I had another one. Then I had another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, but let's go back to Dwayne Haskins though. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like just that was a terrible situation. You know, like to see guys that young like pass away, it just ain't nothing easy to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel I hurt for his family, a lot of his friends, people that were coming out. Like, it was nothing but good things to say about him and how serious he was about taking care of the people around him. And those are the type of guys that you love and you want to see win. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be in the news now about this is like, man, I just hate to see him go like that.
You know what? The story is heartbreaking and I don't want any more details. Like, because clearly there's a backstory to what happened. Nobody's just walking on the freeway.
Well, they did say.
Like, I can tell you the details I heard.
No, I don't want. See, that's the thing. I just want to.
It wasn't as. I was worried they were gonna be like something crazy, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad that he passed away, but it wasn't like the Oakland situation earlier this year. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I would. The loss of life is tragic, and I would like to hear those stories about how being a wonderful teammate, being a good person, as opposed to hearing what went wrong that night.
Bro, it's
and
always
that's just me not wanting to,
Nah, it's like that I hate waking up those mornings and seeing like, when somebody passed away, because it's like, if you get on any type of social media, news network or anything, it's like the first, if my first like 10 swipes, like you're in 4 or 5 of them, I know, oh shit, what I'm saying? Like something bad done happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's shocking. You don't expect to see that Dwayne Haskins died when it pops up on your phone. It's like, when I got it, I was like, is this what? Who? He's young. I mean, I don't know that he would die, but then I looked and I saw he got hit on the freeway, and I was like, man. Can
I lighten the mood on our way out?
Yeah, go ahead, girl. Yeah. Please.
What you're talking about? What is the first thing you check when you wake up? So you roll over and you grab your phone. I'm assuming. Where do you go?
Oh, on our phones?
Yeah. What do you do? What's your routine?
Oh, I don't. That's you, Skraby. I don't check my phone first thing in the morning.
I'm going to take it in this direction for a second. I'm really jealous of Marcus's freedom from his phone because
I'll do it. Is your phone in your bedroom, Marcus?
No, I don't like to sleep with my phone.
See, I'm jealous because Marcus will text back, but it's whenever he gets it. And
I'm sorry.
I think it's don't say sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. I hate apologizing.
In the beginning, I was like, man, Marcus doesn't like us, or I don't know what is going on. But then over time, I learned that you just don't pay attention to your phone, and I really wish I had that quality. But going into that, I guess it's whatever is popped up on my phone. I'll have like notifications of things and emails, news alerts. Usually, my news alerts tell me that there was a shooting somewhere. Honestly, and that's a sad thing. But I usually go and collect all my prizes for the games that I acquired overnight. I'll have like a ton of them that says, good morning, come click this for 10 more coins, and I'll click them and I'll watch the videos.
Oh man.
That was good stuff.
Hey, I will say, Greg, though, like I had to purposely like put my phone away in the morning time, because like I would find myself like bullshitting for like the first hour of my day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
easy.
Like I wake up, like, check Twitter out or check Instagram, or really Instagram, Facebook, go to my news app, you know what I'm saying? And then like I'm sitting here scrolling, like reading shit that ain't even helping me finish the day I got. So it's like, nah, fuck that. Like, let me just put that shit to the side, until I'm ready. And then I don't like people bothering me when I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like my phone going off or chiming or lighting up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
They got a function for that, right?
Yeah, I know. But
just checking. Yeah. You said it wrong on Facebook. I'm not sure how old you are, man. No.
All
right.
Hey. All I'm saying is you really should, when you're going to sleep, you really need to take your technology away from your bed like an hour early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I personally don't abide by that. But that's what I don't say. Hey, last thought, Skraby, then I'll let you end it. This is my last podcast of my 30s.
Oh, that's right.
I'm coming back and the next time we join the mic.
Yeah, is that why you letting the gray come in right there? I see it. Well, let's go out with a fucking bang. How about that?
Yeah. I guess we're just gonna have to start calling you like Gandalf or something, because you're the wise one now. You're the wise one.
Cool with wise one.
But Greg is turning the big 4-0 over the weekend, and you probably don't feel any different. Do you feel any different?
No, I don't. I've never had a problem with this age thing. People are like, I don't want to say how old I am. I'm 40.
Like, who cares?
I'm fine with that. It's been a good ride for these first 40.
Hey, Puerto Ricans age gracefully.
They do. They definitely do. All right. The last thing I wanted to bring up real quick was, since we talked about, what was that show that we talked about? Love is Blind. We talked about Love is Blind. Have we seen The Ultimatum? Is the new show on Netflix. I
am pretty sure my wife is watching that shit right now. Is that where they come in and like kind of hook up with other people for 2 weeks or some shit, and then see if they want to stay together.
So one person is giving the other person an ultimatum of the relationship. And so they come in and then they start like intermingling, and they're all really young and stupid. And like, you know that none of these relationships are going to work out. and they're like dating each other, and then they get them drunk and they get them a dinner.
And shit. Like, it's the worst. Oh my God.
And then
Sounds good.
There's like
Sounds
this one girl that gets all wasted, and she's like, your boyfriend is just so hot, and you're so lucky that he is with you. Like, I would die for him.
He sounds really ugly.
I know. I do really great impressions.
You do.
Hey, I call some of that secondhand trash. I called it. You know what I'm saying?
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I walked in on my wife. Matter of fact, I walked out on it because like I saw like 5 minutes of it. I was like, ain't no way I'm watching this shit. Like somebody was dead drunk doing the exact same thing you said. Like
that was great.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so high. You know, like I'm not watching it.
I'm watching.
So you can just smell the tequila through the TV. You can just smell it.
So are we enabling her?
Absolutely.
Yes. Are we enabling
I'm gonna
her?
Watch and continue to enable her.
No, because she chooses to drink. She chooses to be there.
They are making those. They are finding these people and putting them on TV and like giving them a bottle of alcohol and it's golden. It's like, what else do we need to do?
They missed out on getting me. They missed out on getting me.
Oh, Skraby,
doing that. So
great television.
Yeah, I would have. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Good to see you guys. Good to talk to you guys. Anyone out there, please go and visit our social media handles at 2 Pros and a Joe. Go to our website at 2prosandajoe.com. Like I said, I'm going to post all those things that I referenced throughout the episode and open my big old mouth about. So that'll be on the website, 2prosandajoe.com. And other than that, we're good. We're good.
Yeah,
we're going to roll into the draft here soon.
Signing off from Torrey Pines.
Oh, yeah. Hello, friends.